Hey, it's Dwayne here at the Clemente Museum, and don't forget to subscribe, check our channel. We're putting up videos every 2 weeks, and today we're going to talk about the coolest thing in the building, this suit. Roberto wore this suit in 1971, 1972. We got it at the All-Star Game auction in Miami, Florida, back in 2019, and it is smoking. It's from International Fashion. You know, Roberto was a fashion icon. He was way ahead of his time, and you can tell by the white boots he's wearing with this suit. And in this photo right here, he's sitting with Bob Prince, who hosts that event, and they were best friends, those two. If you look it up, him and the gunner were tight. And he would travel down to Puerto Rico. I don't know if you know this story. We might talk about it in the future. Roberto gives him his '61 Silver Slugger Award, and it's the one that's here in the museum, so that's a pretty cool piece. Stay tuned for that. But him and Bob were very close, and they were doing this series of fundraisers and meetings for kids. We've got several photographs of Roberto wearing it in Puerto Rico doing fundraisers, and some of the photographs he's doing a fundraiser with kids with special needs, and that's something that that meant so much to Roberto. All he did was want to talk to kids and educate kids and talk baseball, but then when he was talking baseball, he had their ear, he had their attention, and he could talk about life lessons and how to be a better person. And if you come here to the museum, take a tour, we try to teach you as much as we can about that, because there's great images everywhere in the museum of Roberto working with kids, and we're working on putting more out there. And so stay tuned for some of that. But Roberto, Clemente Day, we already did a story on this on Clemente Day. Roberto took that, it was his day, but he took it and turned it into a fundraiser for Children's Hospital. And that's what he did. And he visited all the children's hospitals. On the away games, he would find the Children's Hospital in St. Louis and New York and Milwaukee, and he would go see kids. And he'd spend a lot of time with kids because that meant so much to him. Franco Harris, one of our big contributors here at the museum, helped us purchase the suit. The coolest thing about it, though, is when Javi Baez, we put it on Javi just after the Cubs win the World Series, and he was honored, and he got a little emotional, and he posted videos. He sent stuff back to Puerto Rico to his parents and his grandparents, and it just kind of blew up a little bit. So Eduardo Perez, our buddy, good friend of the museum, he called and said, "Hey, Dwayne, can we put that suit on Javi at the All-Star Game in Washington, D.C.? Javi put it on during Home Run Derby. They interviewed him, and he's talking about this museum. And so a Topps photographer photographed him wearing the jacket, and it was his baseball card in 2019. So how cool was that? Make sure you subscribe and keep watching us, and in 2 weeks we'll have another one of these videos, and tell your friends about us and pass it along, and be like Roberto, be like 21. Thank you.